Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the weekly reading for the sign of Aquarius. Alright Aquarius, this is going to be for November 10th to the 16th. This is going to be a general reading, and we're going to get right into pulling out your 3 romance angel messages, followed by your 3 animal spirits, and then we're going to get right into the traditional Rider-Waite deck and pull out your 3-card forecast for the week. All right, guys, here we go. Separation. All right, first up, we have finances and career starting to show up, and calling in your soulmate. All right, so 3 very different energies, right? 3 very different messages, and we won't know what that's going to mean for you until we get into your spread, but let's go ahead and pull out your animal spirits next. Now, the animal spirits can indicate stages in your life you're entering into. They can just give us clarity on different energies that are becoming available to you, right? That are suddenly manifesting in your life and allowing you to perhaps deal with a particular scenario or situation. They can also be representative of personality traits or characteristics of important people or people that you're coming across in your life or that you're interacting with this week. All right, so they may or may not resonate with you, and that's fine. If it resonates, then that's great. If it doesn't, just let it fly. All right, my lovely Aquarius, let's see what animal spirits some of you may or may not be walking with this week. Starting off with the Owl, beautiful energy card, air energy, of course, the harbinger of blessings and wisdom. Beaver, water energy. Very strong working energy, strong emotional energy. And we have the Spider, the card for Dharma, earth energy. Interesting. So let's go ahead and get right into it, right? The owl, first off, the owl is in all cultures. The owl is symbolic of blessings that come in. The owl is the companion to the Hindu god Lakshmi, the goddess of beauty and creativity, refinement, and blessings also. All right. And in this way, the owl brings beautiful, it brings beauty, but it brings wisdom, and it brings blessings and beautiful blessings. These blessings can be material, they can be financial, they can also be spiritual blessings, right? They're certainly associated with the feeling of beauty, right? Not just like, something landing in your lap, boom. It's like, it's something that comes into your life and it really feels like a blessing. It feels like a beautiful blessing. And it certainly is something that comes in and helps you to, really helps you to resonate higher. Certainly the wisdom that comes with the blessings is always a beautiful sense of contentment and knowing what to do, not squandering what comes in. Now the Beaver. Water elemental, very strong, family-oriented animal spirit. Of course, the beaver is actually quite an earthy creature, but it is a water element because, of course, the beaver makes its home in the water. And in this way, it's very symbolic of sort of the environment that the beaver creates for itself and its family. It's a very strong, sort of secure environment, right? The dams in which the beavers burrow into and make their homes. This indicates how the beaver is able to work tirelessly to maintain a healthy and an emotionally healthy environment for itself and for its family, for its loved ones, right? The beaver works in a very sort of physical, earthy way to maintain a healthy emotional environment. And this is the connection between the earth and the water with the beaver energy. Spider. Spider is the card for Dharma. And Dharma is, of course, when we live our life according to our path in every way. Every step that we make according to our moral center, according to our spiritual center. And in this way, sorry if there's any background noise, do live in the city, East Coast. And so in this way, because the spider is so committed to following its true life path and calling, its true spiritual center. It doesn't ever compromise. It's not like the spider ever like compromises itself or its values or its morals to get ahead in life, right? Every move is always attuned to that. That's what we call living a life of dharma, right? Following our dharma. And because the spider does that, these steps together end up weaving a very strong web of financial support and spiritual support. The spider almost doesn't have to think about the pattern that it's going to create, because as long as it remains sort of committed to its spiritual center and its moral sort of code, right, its value system, the steps it takes will naturally weave into a pattern because they are always aligned, they are always attuned. Very strong energy for creating a strong financial basis, right, for the family, for a spider and its family, and a very strong spiritual sort of foundation for itself and its family. All right, guys, we are going to get right into your 3-card spreads. I'm going to pull out anywhere from 4 to 8 3-card forecasts for you, Aquarius, and you may or may not resonate with any one of these. These are separate forecasts. And so in this way, one Aquarius may get something out of this reading that may be very different than what another Aquarius gets out of it, right? You may resonate with the first forecast, and another Aquarius may resonate with the second forecast. And whatever the case may be, it's all okay. If it doesn't apply, just let it fly. All right, guys, so let's see what the first forecast for your November 10th to the 16th week is going to look like. And I'm going to say that all week the Empress has shown up. I'm not sure if she's going to show up in this reading for you or not, but we shall see indeed. I do feel there will be some Taurian energy showing up in this reading, and we shall see. All right, guys. King of Pentacles right out the gate. Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Chariot, Cancer energy. So King of Pentacles, some of you are entering this week. This is for an Aquarius who is very much a money person, a career-minded, ambitious Aquarius. You've already achieved quite a lot. You're already mastered your craft or whatever it is that your skill is that you do for a living or for a career path. But in any way, you're very, very good with finances and manifesting business, right? This is, of course, the essence of King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles are oftentimes investors, benefactors, mentors. However, you come into the week with this energy, and this is going to be for an Aquarius who is resonating with this kind of energy in their lives right now, and you meet this golden opportunity to do something different and new. And you end the week with Chariot energy. Of course, Chariot is associated with Cancer energy, but more than anything, you end this week well on your way to starting a whole brand new path with regard to your career or your business. This Ace of Pentacles has all the potential for really inspiring you in a lot of ways that's different than what you've achieved so far. I'm going to say that, yes, this is a business or a career move, but this new opportunity is going to be, I think, for some of you, something that you've been waiting for. Really, it's like the opportunity of a lifetime. It's something you've been waiting for a lifetime, or something that, you know, you have hoped to have, or an opportunity that you have hoped to sort of come into your life, right? And it is like this is the one opportunity that is going to set you, right, on the journey that you have been wanting to take for a very, very long time. Chariot is very strong, sort of life ambition, long-term journeying towards a very specific goal, and setting, you know, and really being on the path towards it. The one thing with the Chariot is it doesn't deviate from the path, and it doesn't stop. So it's one of those things that once you start this path, it's like you're on a runaway train. Once you start this, and this is oftentimes why when the Chariot comes in, it's a very exciting time, because whatever new journey you're about to take, you're going to have to see it through. It's a case of, it's the type of journey that you just can't consciously or intentionally get off of. It will take you somewhere. The most important part with the Chariot, though, is laying the groundwork so that once the journey begins, it takes you as close as possible to what your ultimate aim was. 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and 10 of Pentacles. Finance and careers coming in strong for you, and huge blessings, Aquarius. Huge money blessings. This has been showing up for you for quite a few weeks, Aquarius. Blessings coming in, money coming in, things working out, right? For a lot of you, those of you who have been walking a life of Dharma, where you have been staying true to your principles, staying true to your moral code, not compromising who you are to get ahead, and doing that hard work of methodically getting through life but remaining strong. This energy is bringing in this owl energy and this abundance. Some of you start the week off with a 3 of Pentacles, and it's just like, it's another week like any other week, I'm going to say, right? You kind of go to work and you meet, you meet with people and you work away and you're met with the 9 of Pentacles. And I'm going to say, for some of you, this is a soulmate connection, right? It's really funny because it reminds me of that show Criminal Minds, when the blonde girl who is like, she's like the computer geek, she's very smart, quirky, she's beautiful, she's lively and all of that. And then she meets the other kind of computer guy, and he's kind of nerdy and off to himself, but they meet in this environment. But they're two quirky people who are both very passionate about their job, and they come together, and this is what this feels like. And it feels like you're both kind of very much money people, or people that are very, very into whatever your particular field is, you know what I mean? You're very nerdy about it, you're very sort of, passionate about it, right? And it may be slightly different. You guys may be in slightly different tracks, but you're both kind of the same person, and you really sweep them off their feet. You end with this 10 of Pentacles, which is a feeling of like having met your perfect mate and moving on. This is it. This is your soulmate. Right? 10 of Pentacles is having solidified, made that commitment. I'm going to say for some of you, this meeting is going to be quick in terms of the coming together and the deciding to live together and get married. All of that is going to, it's going to happen very quickly, and it certainly will be a very long-term relationship, because intuitively, I feel like you two are so made for each other that it will be almost impossible. I would say you both may even be individuals who haven't really had that love connection ever, or for a very, very long time, because you're both so unique and different. And, it's like having that type of love connection is once in a lifetime thing, and this is the one. There's the Hierophant, and there's the Empress. And there is the World card. So I did believe, I had believed a little bit that the Empress was going to show up. I wasn't quite sure, but I was wondering if the Taurus energy would show up in this reading, and of course it has, because the Hierophant is the tarot card for Taurus. And Empress energy is associated with Taurian energy, because the Empress is, of course, aligned with Venus, and Venus is, of course, one of the planets closely associated with Taurus. All right, guys, so here we go. We have 2 aspects of Taurus showing up in your reading, and the World card. So again, this full moon coming up this week in Taurus is going to affect you just as strongly as it has affected everyone else. And this Empress card has certainly come out for every single reading so far this week. And I must say, this has been a rare occasion that one particular card actually shows up for every single one of the 12 signs. But we shall see. Pisces is up next. In any case, you come into the week with a heightened sense of commitment, right? A heightened sense of wanting to have a commitment with someone, wanting to solidify a connection with someone. Hierophant is sort of when we really give over, in a sense. We double down on our commitment to our spiritual center, our moral code. But that is in itself commitment, right? When we adhere to who we are, this is the essence of Dharma as well. When we adhere to who we are, this is the essence of commitment. It's really the essence that the Hierophant brings in, because Hierophant is, of course, symbolic of whatever your spiritual belief, the highest symbol of whatever your spiritual belief is here on earth. Some people call it the Pope. This isn't the Pope. Right? The Hierophant is symbolic of whatever spiritual faith you have. If you believe in lizards, then I guess this is the head fucking lizard. I don't know. But it's the head of your personal spiritual beliefs, right? And it's symbolic. And the symbolism here is of a level of commitment that is unmatched, that you just simply will not be swayed from this moral and spiritual center that you have. And so you come into this week with this sense of commitment in a particular area in your life, right? Something that you want to really make part of your life. And you meet this Empress energy. And I'm going to say for some of you, this is calling in your soulmate, Taurus. You're calling in your soulmate. You may be calling in your divine feminine, right? If you are a Taurus female and you are dealing with someone who is wanting to make a commitment with you, you may be resonating with the Empress in this reading. If you are the one who wants to make a commitment with someone, you may be resonating with the Hierophant. This is not gender specific because, of course, the Empress is a half of all of us, just like the Emperor is the other half. Right? It's just the balance of the two that is different for all of us, right? And so this Empress, some of you are wanting to make your Empress yours, make your divine feminine yours, your soulmate yours, and you want to show your commitment to this person. World card comes in because everything is aligning for this to work. The World card, it comes in when life is showing you favor. When luck is on your side, life is showing you favor. Things are aligning in such a way so that the path is clear, so that it is unencumbered or unhindered, without obstacles. Things begin to happen in a very fated and destined way as well. And I think this energy comes in to reaffirm that you have indeed met your soulmate and that this beautiful, beautiful commitment that you want to make to them is indeed what is a destined path for your life. Queen of Wands, Eight of Cups, and the King of Cups. All right. Queen of Wands talks about coming into this week very strong, very ambitious, and very ready to face any kind of hurdles that are coming your way, right? The Queen of Wands is one of the strongest queens for facing trials and tribulations, for facing difficulties, for facing hardship, testing, for being tested, right? Oftentimes when we're tested about our faith or when we're tested about our ambitious resolve or in any other area like that, right? Our fire is tested. It's the Queen of Wands who shows up and answers the test, right? Answers to the call and passes the test oftentimes. Takes some knocks perhaps, takes some damage, but this is her way of transformation. This is her way of constantly resonating higher and higher. You come in with this attitude of strength and willing to face things head on. You're met with the Eight of Cups, and this is a feeling of things ending. Separation is coming, right? There's a feeling of separation coming. And I want to say that you end the week off, and there's a King of Cups who is looking the other way. It's interesting. I want to say for some of you, you will be entering in this week, and there will be sort of a difficult separation that happens with someone, but it happens because one or either of you realize that this relationship is not equal, that somebody has not been putting the right effort into the relationship, because Eight of Cups talks about separation and moving on and setting boundaries, because you wake up to the fact that the energy you've been pouring out just has not been reciprocated. Right? And I want to say for some of you, I feel very much like you come into this week very strongly because you have been having an intuitive feeling about this already for quite some time. You've already realized in a way that the writing is on the wall. And this week, you kind of take that action. I want to say for some of you, King of Cups comes in, and I want to say, King of Cups is not so much representative of the person that you're separating from, but I think it's more representative of the way you come out of this week resonating, because the King of Cups is in charge, right? The King of Cups is in charge. He's in control of his relationships. He knows who he is and what he wants. And it would be a King of Cups person who would take an Eight of Cups decision, right? Or it would be, for instance, you come in with Queen of Wands, you make this strong decision to turn your back, to separate from someone that is toxic or that's just sucking your energy, right? And this decision, this intentional decision, hard decision, but this intentional decision to separate rather than to continue to be in toxic relationships is what resonates your emotional side up to King of Cups, in a sense that you take control of your love life. You come back to being the authority in your love life and not being at the whim of somebody else or being manipulated by somebody else. So it's very much that you you take control of a relationship in your life that is not good for you, and you come out very, very strong, resonating with strong King of Cups energy. And knowing who you are, and not necessarily, I'm going to say, feeling so bad about it per se, is of course it's difficult. These things are always difficult, but more than anything, you feel a really strong sense of authority about who you are and about being in control of the type of relationships that you want to enter into. This is going to be the last one. 10 of Swords, 8 of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Again, some of you are ending a long period of difficulty. I'm going to say this stage of life that has been really a lot of struggles, that has caused you a lot of pain, that you've really had to constantly pick yourself up and dust yourself off. This period of your life is over. You are laying it down. It's the end of a very long period of struggling, long period of pain, mental anguish to some of you, right, Aquarius, and it's just the end of it. You enter this week with the 8 of Wands, and I'm going to say a lot of this is because everything is happening very, very fast. 10 of Swords happens, boom, it's the end of struggling, and right away all of this information comes in. This could very well be for some of you who suddenly become famous. Suddenly a book signing or a contract is signed or is offered and you're off. You know, it's this feeling of the dark days are behind you the minute this one decision has happened, right? Something to do with your finance and career. And literally the next day the phone is ringing off the hook and the Wheel of Fortune is turning. You end the week with the Wheel of Fortune turning in the sense that everything that's happening right now, all of this incredible new things that are happening into your life, that are coming into your life, new opportunities, once-in-a-lifetime opportunities that are coming into your life, are all very much fated and destined, because now is the time for the wheel to turn for you, right? The wheel in the universe has decided, you know, you have paid your karmic price here, right? And everything now is aligned, and the universe is really making its wheel available to you. Now, this doesn't, the Wheel of Fortune doesn't guarantee fortune. It's a wheel, it turns. And so you have to make use of the opportunities. You have to seize the opportunities that come out of the wheel as it turns, and you have to make the right use of them. But nevertheless, these are the type of opportunities that if you apply yourself correctly, these could be golden opportunities, once-in-a-lifetime opportunities that can indeed promise, fortune in a lot of ways. Just simply be prepared for this 8 of Wands, which is a heightened sense, a very chaotic amount of energy that begins to come in as soon as this decision is made and you move forward. As soon as this event happens that propels you out of this past stage into this new life, like, you know, you're going to have to be very, very focused, right, to be able to now move forward, because it goes literally from 0 to 100. All right, this is a very specific and straightforward reading. I'm going to say this is for someone out there who's probably been plugging away, like I said, on some kind of endeavor, and it takes off. Either the invention is sold, the contract is signed, the album drops, the book has dropped, the building has been unveiled that you created. Whatever the big endeavor it is something to do. It is a type of thing that once it comes in, there's a lot of activity and eyes and information that start to come in with it. And so in this way, I feel it's very much something to do with a career that probably has to do with being famous in some way, or being in the public eye in some way, or being publicly noticed for what you do in some way. All right, my lovely Aquarius, this is your reading. I hope it did resonate. Please like, subscribe, and share. But for right now, I'm going to say have a wonderful, wonderful week. This is a great set of forecasts for Aquarius, and I shall see you next week for next week's weeklies. Bye-bye now.